Hello. Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. Hello, Cole. Hi. Let me adjust this real quick. Let me make the chat box bigger. There we go. Now I can see it better. Let's switch over here. Hello, hello, hello. Get a comfy. Let's switch some music around. Here we go. Let me see if I can turn it up enough that you guys can hear it. Oh yeah, no, you guys should be able to hear that. Yeah! Nice coffee. Oh, thank you! Thank you, thank you. So today is going to be a very, very comfy stream. Very, very, very chill. Very chill. Unbelievably chill stream. So, I'm finally doing it. I'm gonna work on some of my stories. I'm going to work on 2 stories, but both of the stories relate to the same. Like, both of the stories are attached to the same story, if that makes sense. One's sort of like a side story, and the other one's like the main story that I'm busy working on and trying to fix. Let me get a sip. I've got hot cocoa and I have water. I set this here. Okay, I did not tweet. I did not tweet because we can pretend that this isn't happening. Oh my gosh, hello. Hi, hello. Thank you for the raid. Trevor Kitten. Hi. How you doing? Hello. They were last seen playing Crab Game. You were playing Crab Game. You were playing something wild. How you been? I haven't played Crab Game yet. I still have to watch the show, like the Squid Game show, for me to understand the Crab Game. And Manga Sora, welcome. Hello. I'm good. Just orange. I'm good. Just finished a collab. Oh, you did a whole collab. Wow. Oh my gosh. Green cat meets orange cat. Except I don't have my tail right now. I have it put away. I actually have my tail put away. I'm not gonna lie. But we aren't seeing the bottom half of me today, so it's all good. He was dominating during the first half and then sunk like a big rock during the second half. Oh no. Oh no. That's usually how it is though. If you do great in one half, the second half you kind of fail. You gotta make sure to save your good half for the end. You gotta make sure to save your good half for the end. So true. Yeah. Because if you put all your energy in the beginning, then the end kind of lag. You know, you fall apart. You start to crumble. Let me get a drink. I have water and hot cocoa. And I'm just gonna work on some stories today. I didn't expect to get raided. This is the first time I've ever like showed anybody my stories, if this makes sense. So I'm not gonna lie, I was nervous about today's stream. Oh, let me get some water. So, let's switch over to this screen. I think we are all good to switch over. Let me scooch myself out of the way. I gotta scooch over. Okay. I think I'm a decent size. Yeah, I think that's fine. I was gonna make myself smaller. This is good right here. Words. Lots of words. Lots and lots of words. So this one's the first one we were gonna work on a little bit today. And it's based off of, this one's like a revamped version. And it's based off of this one that has 45 pages of words. This one has 45 pages of words. So we won't get all the way through this one. Obviously, this is like one of the original works. You know, some of the first stuff right here. And as you can see, it's very colorful, kind of like a flag. Because of all of my errors, because I'm not good at spelling and grammar. And everything knows that. Okay, so what we're gonna do is, usually whenever I go to start working on things, normally I start reading through it. So I'm probably gonna start with that. I'll read through it, and then we'll see where we're at then, and we'll work on like fixing things as I see it. That's what I do. Sheesh. So meant words, that's impressive. This story, if I'm correct, this one, when I first opened it today, it says last edited 2 hours ago, but when I first opened it today, it said last edited 2017. Last edited 2017. Before I messed with a couple of things. Letter thingies scare you? Letter thingies scare you? What? No. Okay, so. You all know I'm bad at reading. You all know I'm bad at reading. So forgive if my reading is not great. Also, I will admit this story is cringe. It is cringe at times. Like, massive cringe. Because, like, the last time I worked on this was 2017. But when the original story itself was written, that was, like, 2015? 2013 even? Actually, I think the original for this story I wrote when I was in elementary school. Wait. Hold on 1 second, okay? I'll be right back. I think I have the paper copy of the original. Hold on. I'll be right back. It should only take me a second. I promise I'll be as fast as I can. was wrong. I don't have it anymore. Or well, I might, but it might still be back with my family. And a notebook I wrote down everything. Okay. The closest to writing you do now is running tabletop RPGs. Oh, you never write? You guys don't write? I'll admit I've fallen behind because life keeps me quite busy. I never really have very much time. I'm trying to get in a position that's comfy because I'm used to using I used to use a small laptop to do all my writing, not my desktop. So for me, setting up my desktop is kind of funky. But yeah, I couldn't find the original paper copy. I'm sorry. I know I have it somewhere. I definitely did not throw it away. I would not have ever thrown it away. Okay. So we're gonna read. I dated this April 10th, 1998, but that can change. That's subjected, you know what, I'll leave a note right now. This microphone's in the way. I'm close to 500. Hold up. Let me see. I'm gonna take a peek see. It might play the audio from my stream. Mute. There we go. I am. Ah! Everything minimized. You guys can't see it, but. Go to my channel. I'm moving my way up. Yay! We're almost halfway to the goal for the year. Yay! As in May to May. So we got plenty of time. Okay. Now, there is this cheesy part right here in the beginning. Because when I first wrote this, I was a cheesy child, okay? I was a little child when I first wrote this. And in the remade version, I made it shorter. In the remade version, I made it shorter. And less annoying, if that makes sense. Writing is hard, so I could never do it myself. It's worth nothing but the most respect possible. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. So here's the cheesy line that I always hate it whenever I show my story to people, if I show any of them to people. This line, man. But I'm not ever gonna get rid of it because it's original staple of the story, okay? It says the fact that it's so angsty. Okay. It says, why does the light still shine? I'll never truly enjoy it anyway. It's just there to mock me. Hi, Wahoo! Welcome! Hello! Okay. So we're following the main character, which you'll get to know. It's a girl, and at this point in the story. Eventually I change it to a boy character, and I just decide, because I don't like writing girl characters. I don't enjoy it. So eventually the story changes. It changes paths and switches to a boy character. My Twitch looks messed up. It's all zoomed in and weird. Oh. Why? I'm working on a story, Wahoo. We're having a very comfy, chill time. Like, this is the chillest stream you'll ever be in. What am I writing? I'm working on editing stuff. I'm gonna read it to you. I'm gonna read it to you. Just know that it's cringy and just accept it as it is, okay? That's why I'm so nervous about sharing. Because I know that it's cringy. Hello, Emilio. Hi. Welcome. Hello, hello. Welcome. Okay. I need to make it just a little bit bigger so that way I can see. Because my eyesight is not the best. Okay. Just as I closed my notebook, I heard a knock at the door. Who is it? I yelled. It's me, returned a muffled voice that I knew all too well. It was my mother. Come in. She opened the door and stepped into the room. She was, and I always just go and anytime I see a character, like, I just immediately start explaining what they look like because I never know when to actually properly put that in. So I just immediate explanation. She was medium height and had blue-green eyes and long black hair. She was very pretty, but she put off a vibe that she couldn't be trusted. That feeling really wasn't unusual around here anyway. We were all brought here at one time or another. They were all just brought to this random place. Like it was like a camp. It was more like a testing facility. I haven't gotten very far at all. Cool. I haven't gotten here for. Let me get a sip of my drink. Ah. My phone emails me every time I freaking put a little note edit in. Okay, where was it? Potato, hey! Okay. Our memories were typically wiped, so we can't really tell who is our friend or our enemies. I was told she was my mother, but she doesn't really feel motherly. Are you going to stay inside all day? She asked upon entering the room. Tomorrow is the... Well, I referred to it as a lineup because I couldn't think of a name. Little 15-year-old me couldn't think of a name for this. It was more like just like a selection process that they would go through and they would like pick different people. And I couldn't come up with a name. So you won't be able to go outside. They typically tried to hide from it. You better go out today and have fun while you can. Yeah, I should probably go see Missy. Missy's her friend. I reply as I pass her heading down the steps. I'll be back in about an hour, I said as I hurried out the front door of the house. See you later, I heard her yell. Back? Like always. See, this is my problem. I don't know if I like that. As I wandered down the streets of the town, I kept my head down. The men and women in white lab coats always creeped me out. They would be heading from place to place in the town. I said town too many times. Too many times. Sometimes stopping and taking people away. And when I say away... I'm losing it. I don't know if I can read this to you. Okay, awake from Wahoo. I win. I'm about to fix that. There we go. I gotta get rid of that. Okay. Okay. And when I say away, I mean those people are never heard from again. Most of us believe that they are being killed off because they are no longer needed. But truthfully, we all have no idea what actually happens to them. We do have an idea of what happens to people who are in the lineup, which is the selection process. We've had a few of them come back. Some never speak again, while others seem like they have gone insane and start to mumble about experiments that have been done on them. On might be right though. They're correct. I'm like, I don't know about that. The adults around here choose not to believe the mumblings of a crazy person, but I choose to believe them. There is no way to prove they are lying. I was so lost in thought that I didn't realize how close. Oh yeah, how close I was to Missy's house until I heard her yell my name. And the main character is Nicole, because at the time I thought that name was so freaking cool. I was like, oh, Nicole's a cool name. She's like, hi, Nicole. I don't like doing dialogue. I don't like reading dialogue. I don't like it. Oh, hello, I say, looking up from the sidewalk. Missy had seemed to be getting the mail just as I walked up. Oh, how? And I started to say, but I was cut off by her mom yelling. Because her mom's freaking insane. Her mom's insane. Nicole is a Valley Girl name. Confirmed? Is Nicole a Valley Girl name? What's a Valley Girl name? Let me get a drink. What's a Valley Girl name? I don't know what is it, like country girl name? Like Susie? Is that Valley Girl? But she just wants to talk, Missy replied, and then her insane mother. I don't care, it's not safe. Missy turned back to me. Sorry, I have to go. Overprotective mother, you know how it is. Actually, I don't, I say with a smile. Then you're lucky. Cause like, my mom's not really motherly. My maybe mother. Okay, and then I wanted to, today as I saw this and I was like, I kind of want to fix this and make this more fall-like. I don't know yet. I don't really know yet. Nicole, Kimberly, Alicia, etc. Oh. My problem is I never know what to name characters, you know? I never know what to name characters. I never know what to name stories. This is just like a random name. This name literally doesn't matter. And it's been that for, well, like 7 years. That's been the title of this. Okay. On my way home, the town seemed empty. It was a bit creepy. I knew others would be heading in soon and preparing for tomorrow, but it was still a little early. I quietly wandered back to my house on the other side of town and stumbled through the door. Yeah, we can't stumble and throw the door, can we? And stumbled through the door, tripping over the lip that stuck up from the frame. We needed to fix that. We need to fix that, I muttered to myself. I looked over to the living room that was I looked over to the living room that was open to the hallway. Okay, I see. And I saw my mother talking to someone I didn't recognize. Oh, crap. Ah, it's so fast, isn't it? We meet the guy. We meet the guy in this one. We meet the guy. In this very first bit, he's not a great person. Not a great. He's not a great person, no. We'll meet him in the Oliver's story that we're gonna read in a little bit too. I saw my mother talking to someone I didn't recognize. She looked over to me and smiled. Oh, perfect timing, Nicole. This is... And I cannot... It's supposed to be Malachi. Because I can't think of a name. Again, I'm not good with names. I've never been good at names. I've been terrible. We can fix him. No, this guy's not a good guy. We'll meet other good boys. This guy is not a good boy. This guy is an insane boy. He's not a good boy. Hello, he said as he stood up and across the room. I don't really like that. I don't really like how that's written. We don't want to fix him. We want him to ruin us. An ow. He held out his hand. I didn't want to seem rude, so I took it. It's very nice to meet you, young lady, he said, while shaking my hand. But if you don't mind, I would like to speak to your mother alone for a minute. I'll have her call you when we're done, okay? I nodded in reply, and I turned away from him and headed... I nodded in reply. I turned away from him and headed up the stairs. Then turned and went straight into my room, closing the door behind me as I ran over to the corner and put my ear up to the vent in my floor. I could barely hear anything. It was mostly muffles. Do you guys remember doing that? Did any of you guys do that when you were younger? Like there's like a private conversation going on, but you're upstairs and you want to hear it. So you run over to the vent and you put your ear to the vent. I used to do that. Conveniently, if I'm being honest, I used to actually do that. You could hear their conversation through the vent. I'm gonna sip of my cocoa. Rah! Rah, rah! You were the kind that did the opposite? Oh man. It depended on like what was going on. Cause like sometimes I knew what was about to happen and like my parents were like mad at like my family or something, my siblings. And in which case I used to like hide in the corner and plug my ears. Because that meant they were getting punished. And I did not enjoy that. If I heard them, I'd yell for them to shut up or be quiet because I liked being bratty. Oh my. Yeah, no, not when parents are talking. When parents are talking, I was raised to keep your mouth shut. That's an adult conversation. You're not to be a part of it, but I liked to listen. I wonder how fast I rushed this part, because this part's like... Knowing me, I'm not patient enough, and I probably rushed it. Then I finally heard my mother's voice. Speak up loudly. No, I will not have my daughter put in such a program. It's wrong and cruel. And I named her Miss Williams. I named her Williams. Because I couldn't think of it again. I'm terrible when it comes to names. I can't think of names, man. Oh, for sure. I was told to shush, but I didn't care because it would interrupt my TV time. Oh. You had TV. Man, I lived an odd child. Okay, in all rights, I probably should have had TV when I was younger. But most of the time, my family couldn't afford TV. So, like, I would read books or play outside. Or go to friends' houses and experience TV. And the part that I lived in, like the area where I lived in, you couldn't get internet. Internet service wasn't possible. So I didn't even have internet when I was a child. I was deprived of everything. For the longest time. Until about the time, you know, I moved into town and everything, and I got internet for the first time when I was like, internet for me, like actually experiencing internet, I was about 16, I think, when we got internet for the first time. I think it was like 16, 15. We got dial-up when you were about 10. Oh. I got 2 hours of TV time and the rest was spent studying or forced to read whatever books my parents wanted me to read. Oh, man. Nah, see, I was allowed to, like, pick what I wanted to read. And I could go outside and play. Most of the time, I know a lot of the times I would just go on, like, these long walks. Like, just spend all day walking. And wherever I got tired, I would just lay down and take a nap. There was this road that I used to take naps on because I knew only 2 days a week cars would go down that road. And if any traffic did come, I would be able to hear it for miles before it got to me. Where I lived, it was like field on field. No internet, terrible cell phone signal, no TV most of the time because my parents couldn't afford it. So I just played outside and read books and wrote stories. That does sound kind of fun. I mean, it was fun. It was fun, but when I realized everything that I was missing out on, I was kind of sad. All the different things that were happening and I was missing out on it, man, I was kind of sad. Although the very first time, like, I got a phone that like could like go on the internet. And that's why one of the first videos on my YouTube channel, which you guys can't see, was 2012. Because I uploaded me recording the 25 joke from SpongeBob. I could go play in the swamp. I think our swamps are safer. Oh, you had swamps? We didn't have swamps. We had strip pits, but we couldn't play in the strip pits. Strip pits were dirty, and we don't really know how deep they were. And we had a lot of really creepy wells too. So if you didn't know where you stepped, you could like step and fall into like the ground could give away and drop you into like this well. So that's why like our parents had to teach us where it was safe to go and stuff. And like how make sure not to step here, not to step there, look for certain spots in the ground, try to tell what looks dangerous and what's not, because it was just a lot. It used to be a coal mining town and then the town burnt, lit up. And then everybody moved away, but it was a big old bustling town way back when. Yeah. One of my houses set where there was like this giant like mine that ran underneath it. And I remember being so scared all the time because my mom told me one day, she was just like, yeah, at any point, like the walls of the mine could give out that's sitting underneath us. And our house could just fall. Because it was a really old house. It was like, I think it was like a 200-year-old house that had survived the fires. It was real scary. It was real scary. Way scary. Okay. Sinkholes are always a shock. Yes. We were driving down down this one dirt road and we popped over a hill, right? And there was this giant, like, part where the road was gone. And there was just a hole in the ground. We were like, well, that'll be on the news or something tomorrow or the next couple of days. We'll just go a different route. The road will be gone. I'm sure someone will come through and fill it in and we'll have our dirt road back. Okay. It says, I promise your daughter will be put in the best of hands. She will be well fed and taken care of. She'll be able to live a pretty much normal life aside from our experiments. And then her mom's like, no! Not safe. I heard my mother yell suddenly. Fine, the man replied in a rather aggravated sounding tone. Happened to a highway off-ramp in a town I grew up in. Mine shafts collapsed during a drought. Yeah, man. I'm happy I don't live in that town anymore. I'm not gonna lie, you guys, that place was creepy. I've had a lot of stories about that place. I've told a lot of stories about that place. It's creepy, and I feel bad for the people who, like, live on the property that I used to have to live on. The things, man. The things out there. Here we go. Okay. Oh, yeah. This guy, though, for some context, you guys aren't like, oh, he's being, like, mega creepy. Because, I mean, like, he is being weird and creepy. But he actually owns and runs this whole facility. And, he's actually trying to be nice right now. This is him trying to be nice. Trying to pretend that he cares. But his patience wears thin. Wears quite thin. Ah! I just beat up my mic because I'm trying to cross my legs. This is the revamped version. I can't wait until I get to the point where we can do, like, the other character, because I really don't like the girl character. I'd rather do the other one. For this story. The other one's more interesting in my opinion. I like the guy character. Not this guy character, but I like the other guy character. He's cool. Okay, you'll leave no choice. I suddenly heard... And... No, we want A. A clashing sound. Maybe from? Suddenly heard... Oh, wait. I bet I probably meant something like the clashing sound of my living room door being opened. The living room door. I don't remember there being a living room door. There's so many problems with these stories, man. I could hear a few other struggling sounds, but then my mother suddenly went quiet. I started to panic. I hear the man's voice say the kid's upstairs, which she isn't actually like a kid at this point. She's not like a little child. But, you know, he's like a full-grown guy. In her room, don't hurt her. I got up from the floor, ran to my window, and started to climb through. I was hanging on to... Let me fix this. Listening sound. Struggling sound. Okay, yeah, that's fine. I got up from the floor, ran to my window, and started to climb through. I was hanging onto the ledge, trying to balance my feet on another ledge below when... Wait, no, I want below. Cause it... Stretch. Okay. I stretch. I stretch. I stretch. I stretch. I'm alert now. I will come back to watch the VOD though. Oh, thank you. Yeah, no problem. Thank you for being here. You do all the lurking you want. This is just a comfy stream whilst I work on a story. Okay. Below, when they burst into my room, I panicked and quickly let go. I ended up slipping and falling down to the concrete ground. I laid there for a while. I'm not sure how long. It couldn't have been that long. I managed to stand back up and started stumbling away. Started to, maybe. No, because stumbling. Started would be fine for now. I'm sure there's something wrong with that. Started stumbling away from the building. Suddenly the pain started to hit and I almost fell to the ground. It seems... Oh yeah, now he's back. He freaking caught up, that weird creepy guy, man. It seems like you injured yourself, young lady. I froze. Then slowly turned around. It was the man from earlier. He was... Here we go, here's the description. He was tall with his hair combed back. He looked like he was dressed up for some kind of party or something. He had brown hair and... I put and twice. And his eyes looked like the color of honey. But read some of this. Why did I put read some of this? I stepped back away from him. He seemed to notice and chuckle. Why are you trying to run away? He asked as he inched closer again. Seeing so, I did the same again. If you are worried about your mother, I assure you she's perfectly fine. Yeah, right. Like, I can believe that. I was listening the whole time, I said with an angry tone in my voice. Tone to my voice. I like him. Hearing you say that honestly makes me think of my son. There you go! There's this freaking... Brings up his son. Poor Andrew. Andy. I actually like that name a lot because you can bounce back and forth between Andrew and Andy. It's quite fun. He is the main character. Not... He's the other character that I like. And I feel bad for her. The entire time I'm writing his character, I feel bad for him. But at the same time, I'm just like, but it's so fun! Okay. He doesn't trust me either. I can't understand why. Yeah, of course you can't understand why. Oh wait, no, she says I can't understand why. Okay, never mind. It still works though. I can understand why, I said under my breath. He is always trying to dig up whatever dirt. I put whatever, it's two different words. Yes, fix it. He can find on me and turn it around. So I'm always the bad guy. Have you ever thought that maybe you are? Our main character currently asking the real questions. And have you, young lady, ever let it cross your mind that I might be trying to help you? And then I ended it. This is it for now. Oh gosh. Okay, let's fix some stuff. Returning. The feeling wasn't unusual around here anyway. Anyway just needs to be one word, right? Yeah. Okay. My way home from the town. On my way home, the town seemed empty. It was a bit creepy. I knew others would be heading home soon. We're preparing for tomorrow. drink. I don't really know why I put that there. I think that's fine. I am pretty stumped right now on some of the current. And I'm not supposed to start. You can always replace and normally with an. Okay. This keyboard. That'll work. Don't like that starts with I. I like that one. And this other one. This one's got 7 pages so far. I put blank pharmacy because I don't know what to title it right now. I was like, I don't know what I'm gonna title this one. And then we have Daylight All. This one's like every shade of color because there's so many errors in this story. It's so old. This is back when I thought I was supposed to put the other thing. The intent was there. I had intention. We'll come back to this one. We're working on the revamped version currently. I don't know if I'm gonna keep the part with the girl though. I don't really know. I don't really think I'm gonna. I might not. Oh well, this is the side story. So 3 are the original characters, and we have the new character Oliver for this story. All this is happening during the other story, kind of. No, it just straight up is. It's all happening during the other story. And all of my stories, I like to set them in times where it's like fall, nice and warm, and you know, comfy times. Like not warm. Actually, it's kind of cool, but still comfy-ish times of the year, where it's not too hot, and it could be comfy. This one's gonna have a lot of errors. Okay. So I'm gonna read it. We'll see if I can read it. It was a cold and wet October night. Oliver stumbled off the sidewalk onto a side street that led up to a nearby park. From there, he would be able to catch a bus home. He was drunk. He had left a party and was trying to get home safely. But the quality of the sidewalk and road was making it difficult for him, or was making it difficult to walk without falling. Oliver was 19, but he looked 21, so he could sneak by without getting caught drinking underage. He had dark brown hair and hazel eyes. He was about 5'9" and weighed about, I put and 5'9", comma. Why not comma instead of like the full thing? Okay, it suggested and. I bet it did that even though I had something else there. And weighed about 154 pounds. He could see the bus. I don't know why I put the weight. I don't know why. I guess I felt like that was important for some reason. Okay, anyways. He could see the bus stop up ahead and he was happy that his stumbling around would end soon. But as he grew closer, he noticed another man was sitting at the bench, also waiting for the same bus. He brushed it off and plopped down beside him, happy to be able to take a break from all the walking. Oliver didn't really want to talk to the stranger, so he looked in the other direction, hoping the man wouldn't speak. A couple of peaceful minutes, or peaceful silence, wait. Oh, okay. A couple minutes of peaceful silence passed. Then suddenly the man spoke. You've been drinking? Oh, yes. For context. Oh, wait, no, I shouldn't give context yet. He asked in a curious tone. Oliver jumped a little at the sudden voice. Oh, sorry, yes. I was just waiting for the bus. You know... Oh, yeah. This guy's weird. I don't know if I should give context because this guy's weird. You know, alcohol isn't good for you, the man replied. Oliver smiled. I know, but every now and then I'm sure it's fine. But this guy again. You've gone you've gone out every night this week. Those words hit Oliver like a brick. Who is this guy? And has he been following me? His close-eyed smile changed to a nervous stare. Oliver glanced over to the man, then quickly back again. Trying to act calm, he asked the man how he would know something like that. In a calm manner, the man didn't answer. He sat there, quietly for a moment, then asked Oliver another question. How old were you when you first started drinking? Stranger danger, am I right? Massive stranger danger. What? Ignoring the question. Wait, ignoring my question and answering it with another? What's his deal? Oliver thought to himself, but decided it would be best to just try and stall until the bus arrives. So he decided to answer his question. I was 15. I see, the man sounded a little concerned. That's pretty young. That's a pretty young age to start a habit like that. Do you drink for fun, or are there other reasons? It's for fun, Oliver replied quickly. It was a lie, but he didn't want to tell this stranger the truth. You're lying. Oh my god. I forgot how creepy I wrote him in this one, man. Okay, anyways. You're lying to me, Oliver, the man replied. You're lying. The man quickly stated. Oliver jumped up from his seat and looked at the guy. His mouth was wide open in shock. How do you know my name? He stumbled a little as he was drunk and the alcohol was still strong in his system. He grabbed the metal pipe holding up the roof to the seating area. To give him balance, the man... I'm so bad at reading. The seating area to give him balance. The man smirked and stood up, now facing Oliver. He had... Okay, here we go. Here's the description of the man. You'll know who it is. He had brown hair and his eyes were a golden color. As described in the last story. Honey. Honey colored eyes. Get my drink. Oh man, I should just read a little bit more. Almost like the color of honey. He was a bit taller than Oliver, probably about 6 feet or 6'1". I've known you for a while. You've just never known me. It was a one-sided deal, really. Good night, happy writing. I'm off to bed. Nighty-night. Get some good sleep. Thank you for being here. Yeah, I'm just gonna read my stuff and then work on some stuff. That's all I'm doing. Thank you for being here. Listen, Oliver spoke up. He was feeling a bit scared now and wanted this guy to leave him alone. I just wanted to catch my bus and... I just wanted to catch my bus. Just leave me alone. Or, boss, please just leave me alone. Should I put it? Come on. Also, can I make this bigger? It's better. Yes, I can see it now. The man chuckled a little at that. The bus isn't going to make its usual stop here tonight. They posted it on the board yesterday. Dropping a bombshell on poor Oliver, man. He just wants to get on the bus. The bus isn't gonna show up. And there's a creepy guy talking to him. Oliver glared at him, then crossed the sidewalk over to the board. In fine print, there was a note saying that bus 608 wasn't going to be able to make its 12 a.m. pickup and drop off. Sorry for the inconvenience. The bus was taken in for maintenance. feel bad for our main character here. I feel bad for all of the main characters though. I'm the one writing it and I'm like, oh, I feel so bad for you. He suddenly felt pressure on his shoulder as he was being pushed to the side of the message board. Creepy guy doing creepy things. He started to fight back, trying to get free from the man's grip. Grasp sounds better though, doesn't it? Grasp. Yeah, I like that. But his movements were too sloppy and he couldn't put up much of a fight. Oliver dug his heels into the ground, but was still pushed all the way to the other side of the message board. He was facing the street, but now it wasn't empty. Now on the sidewalk in front of him, a van was parked. Oh gosh, Oliver's getting kidnapped, you guys. All panic set in when the doors opened and two people hopped out. Oliver quickly turned around and headbutted the man. The man released his grip and staggered back a little. He immediately regretted that decision. He staggered back as well, holding his head and wincing in pain. He took a step forward to run, but it was too late. One of the people that got out of the van earlier had a hold of him. Oliver started to struggle, trying to get away, pulling away from the other people, or pulling away from the other person in every direction he could. And then another character that we don't know, but it's from the original story. They're from the original story. A little help here would be nice, said the voice of the man holding Oliver. And trying to pull him into the van. No problem, the other replied. She ran over to check on the other guy to see if he was okay. And now was, wait. Should I do a comma? I'm not gonna do and. Is that a long sentence though? That's fine, I think. And that was walking back with a smile on her face. This is where we meet. This is pretty much all of the other main character that I kept raving about. This is his family. They're weird people, but they've got their reasons. And this is before they became more, the other character's named Andrew, or Andy, you could go with either name. Before the two siblings decided to side with him on everything. This is before, you know, when they were still like kind of like messed up and like not all there, kind of just being controlled by their father at the time. So this is where you meet those two. This is when they were still not right. So they were full on like, we're gonna listen to our father's orders and we're gonna do anything he says because that's how we've been doing. Okay. And that's why she ran over to check on him, because it's her dad. Oliver's eyes set on her. She looked only a year younger than him. She had long dark hair and her eyes were the same as the man's. She's probably related to that weirdo, Oliver thought to himself, and continued to struggle against the other man. Now she was standing right in front of him. She leaned in so she was about face to face with him. Oh yeah, she has, okay. Some more context for you, because we're not messing with the original story, and that's the problem. We're not doing the original story, so I need to give you context. They have powers. They have powers because basically the dad, okay, here's some context. The dad went insane after his wife died. And he decided that he didn't want any of his children to ever be able to die. Like they cannot. They can't get sick, they can't die. So, he started experimenting on them and stuff to try to figure out different ways to keep them from being able to die or being able to get sick, and he finally figured it out. But along the way, it also gave them powers as well, and their powers are all unique to each of the children. Or I mean, well, pretty much each of the children, except for I love Leandrew, because he has like all of the powers. He's freaking cool. So hers is, what was it? I would say it's telepathy, but it's that, but it's also she can control people, control their actions and stuff. I forget the word for it. I don't remember. It's been a while. It's been a long time, but that's her power. And she's usually nicer about it. Okay. So she's like, she's just like, I think you should relax, which means he's freaking screwed because he has to do, you know, what she says now, because she's using her power. Anyways, her voice echoed in his head a little, and he felt, oh my gosh, oh, thank you for the gifted soul, thank you, Cole, thank you. Her voice echoed in his head a little. He felt as all of his muscles started to loosen. He took a step back, then another, and so on until he found himself tripping over the side of the van doorway. He felt the other man grab his feet and help to push him the rest of the way into the van. Now, don't let him move, the man ordered, and the two to watch over Oliver. This guy is just literally getting kidnapped. That's how I start this story, I guess. Immediate kidnapping. Let me get a drink of water. He didn't feel right about the situation he was in. He just felt relaxed and calm, also extremely tired. He finally got a glimpse of the man. He was the same as the girl, dark hair, golden eyes. Dark hair and golden eyes. That's kind of... Yeah, no, I put the space in there. You're supposed to read it slower. He was the same as the girl. Dark hair and golden eyes. Please let me go, Oliver yelled. Forcing his voice out, now very tired. Oh, okay. Forcing his voice out of his now very tired body. I was just reading it wrong, I'm sorry. We aren't allowed to, the boy replied. Because they freaking will do anything that their father tells them to. Oh gosh. Oliver gave up pretty quickly. I love, oh gosh, okay. He gave up because he knew there was no way of getting out of this situation. He rolled on his back and rested his head on the pillow that had been laid out for him. He desperately tried to stay awake, to try to count the turns the van made, but before he knew it, he was out. Oliver woke up to a bump. It caused him to jump up from where he was laying. Where am I? He yelled. He woke up, the girl yelled, and then Michael's the boy's name, the one boy's name. Please hold him down. Oliver was confused and scared. He started to scoot towards the back of the van. What's happening? Oliver asked as he cornered himself in the back of the van. His heart was thumping because of the sudden shock he was going through. The girl noticed he was just scared and calmed down. She told Michael to leave him to her. She scooted her way across the van until she was sitting next to him. Oliver felt behind him for the handle, but sadly it was way too high up to pull. He figured he wouldn't be able to reach it quickly enough. He closed his eyes and looked away from the girl, hoping she couldn't mess with him once Oh, mess with him again if he didn't look at her face. He's trying to get out of this situation. I need a drink. She chuckled a little bit. You act a lot like my brother. See? It's the character again. I'm sorry. I'm gonna stop doing that. Anytime they reference Andrew, I'm just like, see? Okay. Anyways, it makes sense why my father chose you. Oliver buried his face in his arm or in his hands, trying to keep from looking at her. He felt as her hand landed on. Where am I? He felt as her hand landed on his shoulder. You don't need to worry. I'm not planning to hurt you. I just want to help you get through this in the safest way possible. Or in the safest possible way. Where are we going? He replied. She was quiet. This made Oliver even more worried. What do you want from me? If you were planning to kill me, then why haven't you? He suddenly felt a wave of nausea as he moved to cover his mouth. Wait. He suddenly felt a wave of nausea as he moved to cover his mouth. That's why... As he moved to cover his mouth, that's when Michael spoke up. Oh, you don't vomit in this car. I actually do really like these two characters, okay? I do like both of them. Michael's more of like a serious, kind of quiet. He just sort of kind of watches the situation. He's kind of like there. He's going to step in if anything goes south because he, you know, he's actually quite strong. And then her, she is actually really nice. And she just, she does what she's told to do. But at the same time, she also tries to make it like the least bit of suffering as possible when she does anything. So I like them both. We will all be stuck with that smell. Oliver looked over to him. He was sitting in the same place he was before, his arms crossed, and he had a rather upset expression on his face. I just need you to sit tight and not cause any problems. This made Oliver mad. What was the deal with these people? First, kidnapped, not answering any questions, and now giving me orders. Don't be too mean to him, the girl replied. It's normal to be confused. Also, he is still hungover. The boy glared at her. I wasn't being mean. It's just gonna be a pain. He gets sick everywhere. Do you remember how bad it was? He asked. Yeah. And yes, she replied. Being the person who is sick is much worse than being the ones around them. You're just being an ass. Oliver didn't understand any of the situation. He wasn't sure why she was being nice to him. All he really cared about was escaping. But that was too late. It was too late. We've come to the end of this van ride. The van suddenly came to a halt. Herd! We're stopping. We must be here, Michael said. The van door quickly jolted open, causing Oliver to jump back a little. It was that man. Right now, he's still that man, because we haven't addressed him in the story yet by his name. Where was... I need to make sure that I'm clicking wherever I'm at. Okay. Oliver's heart started to rise from the panic setting in. The outside of the van didn't look like the outdoors. He tried to scoot further back. He suddenly started to feel sort of lightheaded. He closed his eyes, hoping when he opened them again, this whole situation would turn out to be some dream. That's when he heard her. Closing your eyes or looking away isn't going to stop me from getting in your head. Because she can. She can just, boop, she's in there. The other characters found out about that in the other story. Oh gosh. Okay, here it. He quickly opened his eyes and gasped. No, he shouted. He was being pulled out of the vehicle. He tried to grab onto things to pull himself free, but he just wasn't strong enough. Michael and the man were both pulling him. And I guess we learned her name? When did we learn her name? When did I address her name? Oh wait, is this where they address her name? Well, her name's Megan. I guess I... Hold up. Let me add a note here. There we go. Knelt in front of him with a soft smile on her face. His vision started to blur. His body and mind were in complete panic. This is not his day. I think you should sleep. Those words echoed in his brain for a second. His breathing and heart rate both started to slow down. He let go of the walls of the van. He stumbled backwards, but was caught by the... Wait. Oh, but was caught by the two behind him. He could feel himself being pulled, but his eyes were too heavy to open. Move in. But done. He woke up in a very cold room. He tried to move, but quickly realized, he was strapped down. He started pulling on the restraints, trying to see if it were possible to break free. It wasn't working. Looking around what he could see of the room. I need an at, I think. Maybe at will fix that. It looked like a hospital inpatient room. I called it inpatient. I didn't know. Like, you know when you're in a hospital and it's like the... it's the patient's room. I swear they're also called inpatient. You got inpatient and you got outpatient. That makes sense, but I don't know if that's correct for that. Because it doesn't recognize it. Oh man, I forgot Oliver cusses. A lot, I think. Or at least a decent amount once he starts opening up. He thought to himself suddenly. Suddenly, a beeping sound started to go off. That's when the door to the room opened and the man from earlier stepped in. Oliver glared at the man. He's rightfully mad right now. Rightfully so. Says, "What the hell do you want with me? Who are you? Where am I?" The man did not reply. Instead, he crossed the room and started grabbing things from the cabinet. Man. I feel so bad for Oliver. He's a good character. He's a good boy. Hey, I'm speaking to you, Oliver shouted at him. The man finished. I think finished works better. Finished gathering things and put them on a rolling cart, then slid it over to the side of the bed. So did you transcribe this, Doc, or when did you write this one? This one was around... I started this one around 3 years ago. This one's rather new. Compared to the other ones, this one's rather new. Now, this one right here, this one is extremely old. This one's extremely old, and then this is like, okay. This is like the straight from the like the tablet I was originally writing the story from. When did I put it in the dock? Okay, this one. A lot of them were actually, you know what? A lot of them were done, except for this one. A lot of these were done in 2017 because how do I explain this? Because the 17 one was because I was graduating high school. And I originally wrote them in my school's Google Drive. Like my Google Docs on there. So before I graduated, I had to copy all of these over and move them onto my, you know, my newer Google Drive. That way I had them. So that's not even like when I first put them in. Let me stretch. And so I had to move them all on. That's why they're all dated for 2017. Or at least most of them before I start messing with them. They're dated for 2017 because that's when they were transferred over from my school's drive to my personal drive. You think you might have lost some stuff to your school account? I couldn't let myself lose it. I was like, I can't lose this because this one is 45 pages. I was just like, I cannot lose this. I can't, because if I did, oh my gosh. You didn't think about saving them? I couldn't bear to lose any of my stories, man. That's not the one we're reading right now, though. The one that we're reading right now is like 7. And we're on 3 of 7, so like, we're moving through this. But yeah, this one's 45. With the whole missing. It's missing an entire section. That I did lose. A random whole, like, section. It's just, poof, gone. Went into the void. I don't know if Google Drive back then was, like, just, like, forgot and just didn't save it. Or what. But yeah, there's, like, a whole section missing. Do I have the end? Let's see. Wait, let's see. Oh, Dad, no, this isn't even the actual end. I don't even have the end of the story. That's gone. Gosh. But yeah, this is looking like an American flag, though, with all of the errors. That's why I'm revamping it. Like, what I'm doing here is I'm taking that story, the 45-page story, and I'm rewriting it. I'm rewriting it all just to try to make it better. Okay. Wait, no, this isn't the one I'm working on right now. Okay. Leafy, hello! Hi! Welcome, welcome! Hello, hello! I'm just chilling. I'm just working on a story. I'm just doing some chill stuff. Hello, hello! What are you up to? They were last seen playing You were playing Higurashi? Ooh. Lewd fanfics, got it. No, it's not lewd fanfics, I promise. If it was, I mean, okay, I have one to my name and it's not even a lewd fanfic. It's it's lewd. But it's not a fanfic. It's just a random story about this guy that got into a bad situation. But that story I don't talk about. I don't talk about that. I don't talk about writing that. Because at the time I wanted to try a different writing style because I was kind of bored. And then people liked it. People liked that story. And then people were just like, write more. And I'm just like, it's not me. I'm living a lie. Oh gosh, I'm getting sleepy. Maybe cat, maybe fox. Here's another fox. There's another fox. Where? Where's the fox at? Where do fox be? Lufu is already scary. Maybe this fox is good. I'm just chilling for a second. Before I go back to reading. We're about to get to the serious stuff in the story. This poor character, man. He got kidnapped and now he woke up in a hospital bed. And now things are happening to this poor character. He's not a kid though. He's like my age. He's a little bit younger than me. I'm glad to be acknowledged as a fox. Finally being acknowledged as a fox and not a I don't want to say it and cause you more problems. I don't want to say it and cause you more problems. Jojo, no. No, Jojo. We always call her by every animal but fuck or a yawn in my system. You always call her by every animal but fox. Don't pick on her too much. Don't pick on her too much. Cassie, you need sleep. No, I'm chilling, man. I'm chilling, working on my story, my cringy story. I think it's rather good, honestly. Yes, it might be cringe, but I also think it's pretty good. No sleep, gang. Yeah! Actually, I mean, I did sleep a little bit last night. I slept a decent amount. Let me stretch. I'll stretch. I actually need coffee. I've been drinking hot cocoa this whole stream. I didn't expect to get raided. I've been raided twice today, Leafy. Has anyone ever called you Garfield? Who Leafy? Who as Leaf? Has anyone called Leafy Garfield? Not me. Not me. Not referring to me. I love you, so of course. Oh, thank you. I love you too. I love you too. Is that a star sticker or a tattoo? That is a birthmark. Tis a birthmark. You could call it a tattoo. It's sort of like a seal in a way, you know? I was given it when I got turned from cat to human. So she couldn't do all of the transformation. She's not that powerful of a witch. I think they mean the orange cat girl. No, they don't mean that. Nah. I mean, I do love lasagna and I do hate Mondays, but no, they're not referring to me. I'm also not lazy. The same as my birthmark, except it's a heart. Ooh, you got a heart? What do you mean? Cassie is clearly a red panda. Yeah, I'm a red panda. That's what I am. Guys will come back next stream and I'll have my ears rounded out just perfectly. And I'll look more like my red panda self. I thought you liked Mondays right now. You love red pandas? Gonna hug a panda? You gonna hug a panda? She stands up to appear more threatening. Just like a red panda. I don't think if I stood up I would really appear that much more threat. I mean, I guess yeah, with a red panda it's the same situation, I guess, yeah. I wouldn't really be all that threatening. I guess we do relate on that topic. Even if I do stand up. Oh gosh, I'm sleepy, you guys. I might leave yous for the night. I'm sorry, you just got here. I am sleepy. Half of my persona is red panda. Oh, ooh, that's cute. That's cute. That's adorable. That's so cute. Oh gosh. Yeah. I think I am. I'm yawning way too much. I wanted to send you guys to somewhere hype. Let's see. Let me look over here. This. Can I move this over here? Yes, I can. Let's send you guys somewhere hype. Thank you. Are you ready to sleep? I'm gonna go take a nap. I'll take a little cat nap. Let's see who I'll be streaming. Let's see. Ooh, my snake VTuber is streaming Cult of the Lamb. Cloudy is streaming. It says Bear and Breakfast. I don't know what Bear and Breakfast is. Show more. Spooky Wookie is doing some art right now. I'm gonna send you guys, I think, to Spooky Wookie. Send you guys to some art. Yes. Spooky Wookie Coconut. They're a good VTuber. They'll take real good care of yous. It'll be a good old time. I just know it. Let me mute myself. Okay, that's muted. Go here. Video producer. We'll do this again another time. Maybe next time we'll do one where we all we work together. We write a story. If you want, and it could be a me and you guys write story. That might be fun. Okay, let's switch over to the ending screen. We gotta get hyped for this. Wrong one. Okay. Ready? We're gonna do the countdown. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bye bye, you guys. Have a wonderful night. See you all next time.